Hello and welcome. Today, we come together to remember and celebrate the life of a true legend in American country music, the late Helen Lorene Johnson, known professionally as Helen Cornelius. Born on December 6, 1941, and sadly passed away on July 18, 2025, Helen leaves behind a remarkable legacy as a singer-songwriter, best remembered for her heartfelt duets with Jim Ed Brown. Together, they created timeless hits that touched millions and shaped the golden era of country music in the 1970s and 1980s. Please take a moment to like, comment, share, and most importantly, subscribe to our channel as we honor the story of this beloved country star, early life, and musical roots. Helen Lorene Johnson was born on December 6, 1941, in Hannibal, Missouri, a place steeped in musical heritage and Americana spirit. Raised in a deeply religious and musically inclined family, Helen was introduced to gospel music in her childhood. Her earliest performances were in church choirs and family gatherings, where she honed her natural singing ability and developed a love for harmony and storytelling through song. Helen's family recognized her talent early and supported her passion for music. She learned to play several instruments, including the piano and guitar, and began composing songs during her teenage years. Her voice, a beautiful blend of strength, clarity, and emotion, stood out even in small-town Missouri. Early career and songwriting beginnings. By the early 1960s, Helen had set her sights on a professional music career. She began performing locally and writing her own music, which led her to Nashville, the heart of country music, under her married name, Helen Cornelius. She began working behind the scenes as a songwriter, contributing to various publishing houses and helping shape the careers of other artists. Although her own rise to stardom took some time, Helen's reputation as a talented and hard-working writer grew. Her songs were rooted in authentic human experiences, love, heartbreak, faith, and resilience, qualities that later defined her singing career. Breakthrough with Jim Ed Brown. Helen's breakthrough moment came in 1976 when she was paired with Jim Ed Brown, an established country singer and former member of the Browns. The record label RCA Victor believed they would make a strong duet pairing, and that decision would prove prophetic. Their debut duet, I Don't Want to Have to Marry You, released in 1976, became a massive hit. It reached No. 1 on the Billboard Hot Country Songs chart and won the Country Music Association CMA Vocal Duo of the Year award in 1977. The chemistry between Brown and Cornelius was undeniable, both vocally and on stage, and their success ushered in a golden era of duets, a string of country hits following their debut success. The duo released several hit singles over the next few years, many of which became staples of country radio. Songs like Saying Hello, Saying I Love You, Saying Goodbye, Lying in Love with You, If the World Ran Out of Love Tonight, Morning Comes Too Early, Don't Bother to Knock. These songs struck a chord with listeners due to their poignant lyrics, gentle harmonies, and real-life themes. Helen's angelic voice paired with Jim Ed's warm baritone created a unique sound that defined late 70s country duets. Their partnership extended beyond the recording studio. Helen and Jim Ed became a popular act on the Grand Ole Opry and regularly performed on television specials and country music shows, including Pop Goes the Country and Hee Haw. Solo career and later performances. As the 1980s progressed, Helen began to focus more on her solo career, though she would always be remembered for her duets. Helen's solo work showed her depth as a performer and songwriter. She released albums and singles that reflected her personal journey, including gospel-inspired numbers, romantic ballads, and country pop tracks. Her style evolved, but always remained grounded in heartfelt storytelling. Throughout the 1980s and 90s, Helen toured across the United States, performing both solo and with Jim Ed Brown. Her loyal fan base followed her wherever she went. She was also a regular performer at Branson, Missouri, a hub for country and variety shows that returned to the spotlight and continued legacy in later years. Helen continued to perform selectively, often appearing in nostalgic country music showcases and festivals. Her voice remained strong, and her warmth on stage was as captivating as ever. In 2013, she reunited with Jim Ed Brown for several performances, reigniting the magic of their earlier years. They recorded new material together, showing that their bond and artistry stood the test of time. When Jim Ed Brown passed away in 2015, Helen publicly honored him as not only a partner in music, but a dear friend. Songwriting and industry contributions aside from performing, Helen Cornelius had a deep impact on the industry as a female songwriter at a time when country music was largely She often advocated for greater recognition of women's voices in the industry, both as artists and storytellers. Her compositions were recorded by other country artists, and her influence could be heard in the work of later female duos and singer-songwriters like the Judds, Reba McEntire, and Trisha Yearwood, who followed the trail she helped blaze. Personal life and values. Helen was known not just for her music, but also for her humility and strong personal values. A deeply spiritual woman, she credited her faith as a guiding force in both her life and career. She married young and had children, raising her family while navigating the demands of the music industry. Despite her fame, Helen stayed grounded. She remained close to her Missouri roots, where she frequently visited family and participated in local charities and musical events. She was admired for her kindness, generosity, and unwavering dedication to her craft. Death and national mourning. On July 18, 2025, the music world mourned the passing of Helen Cornelius. She was 83 years old. Her death was met with tributes from across the country music industry. Artists, fans, and fellow musicians shared memories, songs, and words of gratitude for her contribution to country music. The Grand Ole Opry held a special tribute night in her honor, featuring performances of her most beloved duets and solo hits. The country music community remembered Helen not just as a singer, but as a pioneer, a partner, and a poetic soul who gave voice to the joys and sorrows of everyday life. Legacy. Helen Cornelius's legacy is one of enduring melody, emotional resonance, and artistic courage. She helped define an era of country music where duets told stories of love, longing, and human connection. Her voice, both as a singer and a songwriter, was authentic and timeless. She is remembered as one of the greatest country duet performers of all time, but also as a trailblazer for women in country music, a beloved performer, and a genuine artist who remained true to her roots. Her songs continue to be played, her albums continue to sell, and her influence continues to inspire the next generation of artists. Helen Cornelius may be gone, but her music and the heart behind it will live on forever. Thank you for watching this heartfelt tribute to the late Helen Cornelius. We celebrate her music, her journey, and the love she gave to fans across generations. If her songs touched your heart, or if this story moved you, please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more biographical videos honoring the legends of music and culture. Rest in peace, Helen. Your voice will echo in country hearts forever, forever.